Most people think reality is shaped by hard facts and visible actions. But what if the silent architect of your life was something completely invisible? Picture this. A study from Princeton found that subtle human intentions can influence electronic devices. Not magic, not superstition, just energy. And if that's true, then your thoughts, emotions, and inner vibrations might be sculpting your reality in ways you've never imagined. Your body is not just a biological machine. It's a symphony of frequencies, vibrating and pulsing in resonance with your inner world. When you walk into a room and instantly sense the mood without anyone speaking, that's not intuition. It's energetic intelligence. You're constantly broadcasting and receiving signals, like a radio picking up invisible waves. This isn't mystical fluff. It's the deeper dimension of who you are. And most of us are completely unaware we're even transmitting. And hey, if this kind of content sparks your curiosity, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Not just for us, but for you. Because each week we dive deeper into tools, insights, and ancient modern wisdom to help you tune your inner frequency and design the life that truly aligns with who you are. Now imagine your energy as a magnetic field surrounding you 24/7. This isn't theoretical, it's measurable. Kirlian photography and GDV, gas discharge visualization, imaging have already captured glimpses of this field. But what's even more fascinating is how this field responds dynamically to your inner state. Angry? It shrinks. Inspired? It expands. And this dance happens every single moment, whether you're paying attention or not. We are born with this energetic sensitivity, yet it's rarely nurtured. Schools teach us about algebra, not alignment. We learn about historical wars, but not internal peace. As a result, many of us grow up mastering the outer world while remaining strangers to our inner terrain. The truth is, your emotional literacy directly influences your energetic clarity. And clarity equals power. When your energy is fragmented, scattered by stress, anxiety, or emotional clutter, you become energetically leaky. Think of it like trying to fill a bathtub with the drain wide open. No matter how much you pour in, you never feel full. That's why some people chase success, love, or validation endlessly, never realizing the issue isn't external. It's energetic. Real power comes from sealing those leaks. Your energy also acts like a mirror, reflecting not just how you feel about yourself, but what you believe about the world. Ever notice how some people attract kindness wherever they go, while others seem to stir conflict effortlessly? That's not luck. It's resonance. You can only receive what you're tuned to receive. Like attracts like, but more accurately, frequency attracts frequency. Let's flip this. What if the anxiety, burnout, or restlessness you've been feeling isn't a sign that something's wrong with you, but a message from your energy field? Symptoms are signals. They're calling your attention to where your vibration is out of sync. Maybe your mind is running faster than your heart. Maybe you've abandoned your truth to please others. These inner misalignments create energetic static. When was the last time you checked in? Not with your phone, but with your soul. We're so wired to stay connected digitally that we forget to reconnect spiritually. Silence scares us. Stillness feels awkward. But therein lies the doorway. When you become still enough to feel your own field, to really listen, something magical happens. Awareness itself begins to heal. This isn't about escaping life, but embodying it fully. Your body is your antenna. Your feelings are feedback. And your breath is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. If you could learn to read these signs, not just intellectually, but somatically, you'd unlock a level of self-mastery no school ever offered you. Because every sensation, every emotion, carries energetic data. We've been conditioned to suppress emotions, to hide our tears, to swallow our anger, and to fake a smile. But energy doesn't lie. It stores everything. What's unspoken becomes stored, and what's stored becomes blocked. That headache, that tension in your shoulders, that sudden exhaustion, All of it could be the physical echo of unexpressed emotion asking to be released. Even ancient traditions knew this. From Indian prana to Chinese qi to Polynesian mana, cultures across time recognized the life force flowing through us. And today, science is slowly catching up. Biophoton emissions, heart coherence, electromagnetic resonance. These are not science fiction terms. They are measurable, real-world evidence of your energetic presence. There's a reason you feel drained around certain people or spaces. Your field is always interacting, always exchanging. That heavy feeling after a toxic conversation? That uplift after a walk in nature? It's your field talking to you. The environment doesn't just shape your mood, it penetrates your frequency. Becoming aware of this gives you your power back. Have you ever felt like you were out of sync? Like life was a step ahead or behind you? That's often not about time, it's about energetic dissonance. When your thoughts, feelings, and actions are out of harmony, you become energetically offbeat. But when you realign, through breath, intention, and stillness, you return to your natural rhythm. And that's where flow begins. Your personal energy isn't static. It's a living, evolving frequency, a broadcast station for your consciousness. And that station either plays static or symphony depending on your inner alignment. What's the soundtrack of your life playing right now? Is it a chaotic buzz or a calm clarity? The good news, you get to tune it. Recharging your energy isn't just about rest. It's about resonance. Sometimes sleep isn't enough because what you really need is emotional release. That's why some naps don't refresh you, while one deep cry does. Energy doesn't care about appearances. It responds to authenticity. The more real you are with yourself, the cleaner your field becomes. Most of us operate with energetic clutter, old beliefs, outdated wounds, inherited fears. And until we do a kind of inner spring cleaning, we end up repeating the same patterns in different costumes. That breakup that felt familiar? That job that drains you again? It's not fate, it's frequency repetition. Clearing your field interrupts the loop. Every emotion you've ever felt is still echoing in your field unless consciously released. Think of it like a room you've never fully tidied. There's dust in corners you forgot existed. But once you begin shining light into those spaces, clarity floods in. The chaos isn't you. It's just noise that's been left unattended. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming present. Your power lies in presence. And presence isn't passive, it's electric. It's a state of heightened receptivity and radiant clarity. When you live from presence, you stop reacting and start creating. You don't just survive, you tune reality to match your truth. So pause now. Feel your body. Notice the subtle tingles, the warmth, the tension. That's your field speaking. And the more you listen, the more fluent you become in your own language of energy. Most people go their whole lives never learning it. But you're already remembering. There's a quiet revolution happening inside you, and it begins the moment you stop outsourcing your power. We've been taught to look outward for solutions, for validation, for healing. But the greatest healer you'll ever meet is the part of you willing to sit in stillness and feel. Not fix, not fight, just feel. Because within that presence is a doorway most never enter. Your energy field doesn't lie. It reflects your story before you speak, your wounds before you confess, your truths before you dare admit them. It holds the memory of everything you've experienced, even the things you've forgotten. So when your body reacts, tight chest, tired eyes, clenched jaw, it's not random. It's intelligence. It's the ancient language of vibration speaking to you. When we ignore these signals, life often speaks louder, through breakdowns, burnout, or emotional chaos. But those aren't punishments. They're portals, invitations to return to wholeness. Every panic attack, every sleepless night, every spiral of overthinking is a flare from your energy field saying, "Notice me, heal me, align with me." And the moment you listen, transformation begins. Think about a compass. When aligned, it always points true north. But bring a magnet too close and it goes haywire. The same thing happens to your energetic compass when surrounded by toxicity, whether it's environments, people, or your own thoughts. That's why protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's sacred. You can't navigate truthfully while stuck in distortion. Energetic protection isn't about building walls, it's about cultivating filters. You don't shut the world out, you refine what gets in. You become the gatekeeper of your own vibration. Who gets access? What thoughts are you hosting rent-free? What emotional guests overstay their welcome? You have the power to decide. That's what sovereignty means in energetic terms. Sometimes the most revolutionary act is to slow down. In a world obsessed with hustle, rest becomes rebellion. But this isn't laziness, it's energetic calibration. Like tuning an instrument before a performance, you must tune your frequency before offering your gifts to the world. Otherwise, you'll play out of tune and wonder why no one understands your music. Let's be honest. Modern life is an energetic battlefield. Notifications pull your focus. Deadlines steal your breath. Expectations weigh on your shoulders. All of this scatters your energy like confetti in a storm. And then we wonder why we feel lost, numb, disconnected. But there's an antidote: intention. The simple act of choosing presence over autopilot shifts everything. Presence is power. When you're fully here, you stop leaking energy into 1,000 mental tabs. You reclaim your wholeness. Every breath becomes a conscious creation. Every step becomes sacred. And when you begin moving through life like this, awake, aware, aligned, you stop surviving and start radiating. People feel it. Life responds to it. Doors open. The frequency you embody speaks louder than the words you say. You can't fake energy. You can post affirmations, say the right things, wear the mask of confidence. But if your field is tense, fearful, or fragmented, people will feel it. Authenticity isn't in appearance, it's in resonance. And the only way to resonate truth is to live from it. This is why inner work matters. Not because it's trendy, because it clears the static so your signal can shine. Every shadow you face, every wound you integrate, every belief you rewrite, it sharpens your vibration. And the sharper your frequency, the clearer your path becomes. You start attracting not from effort, but from embodiment. Stillness is not emptiness. It's presence. It's the space where you meet your unfiltered self. The you beyond the noise, the roles, the masks. In that space, you rediscover your essence. And when you live from essence, everything real finds you. The right people, opportunities, insights, they resonate because they recognize the truth in you. But here's the kicker: energy doesn't shift by chance. It shifts by choice. You have to become intentional with where your attention flows. Because where attention goes, energy follows. Feed fear and you grow it. Feed peace and you become it. Every thought, every focus, every heartbeat. It's casting votes for the reality you're building. So ask yourself, what am I feeding today? What loops am I rehearsing? What emotions am I wearing like old clothes? Your energy speaks before you do, and it speaks with integrity or distortion. Choose what you want it to say. Your field is not a passive bubble. It's a living broadcast of your inner world. Energetic hygiene is as essential as brushing your teeth, but we rarely learn it. Daily rituals like grounding, breathing, or clearing can make the difference between foggy confusion and crystal clarity. Imagine starting your day not just with coffee, but with intention, with a quick scan of your field, with gratitude, with breath, with light. And don't overthink it. Your field responds to sincerity more than technique. A few conscious breaths, a hand over your heart, a whispered intention. That's enough. The universe responds to authenticity. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. You're not here to perform your healing. You're here to live it. Let's bring it down to earth. Ever noticed how kids glow? That sparkle in their eyes? That pure, untamed energy? They haven't been conditioned out of their essence yet. That light is still flowing, unfiltered. You had it too. And it's not gone, it's just buried. Beneath the stress, beneath the roles, beneath the stories. You don't need to become someone new. You need to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. Before the trauma, before the guilt, before the filters. Your soul didn't come here to fit in. Came to radiate, to love, to expand. And your energy field holds the blueprint for that remembrance. So the next time you feel heavy, ask yourself, is this mine? Is this weight even mine to carry? We absorb so much emotions, thoughts, beliefs from others without realizing it. Learning to distinguish what's yours and what isn't is a skill. And with practice, it becomes your superpower. Your energy becomes your sanctuary. Start viewing your energy field like a garden. What are you planting daily? Are you tending to it? Are you pulling the weeds of judgment, fear, or shame? Or are you letting them take root? The harvest of your life depends on the seeds of your vibration. And you plant them with every breath, every choice, every word. Energy doesn't just sit, it moves. And the way it moves determines whether you feel alive or exhausted, aligned or scattered. This movement is influenced by everything: your thoughts, your posture, your breath, even the music you listen to. Just like water, energy flows or stagnates based on the terrain it moves through. And you are the terrain. Every emotion you experience generates a specific vibration. Joy expands, fear contracts, love opens, anger burns. These are not just metaphors, they are literal movements in your energetic field. That's why unresolved emotions don't disappear. They get stored in the body, crystallized into tension, fatigue, or even illness if ignored long enough. When you resist feeling, you resist flow. Energy needs expression, not suppression. Crying isn't weakness, it's release. Laughter isn't distraction, it's alignment. Even shaking, sighing, dancing, they're all natural ways the body clears stuck energy. Your body is wise. Let it move the way it needs to when emotion rises. That's healing in motion. Most people wait until they're overwhelmed to listen to their energy. But energy hygiene is proactive, not reactive. You don't clean your house only when it's a disaster. You maintain it. The same goes for your field. Daily attention keeps it light, vibrant, and magnetic. A clear field attracts clarity. A cluttered one attracts chaos. Visualization is a powerful tool for this. Imagine light pouring through your crown, cleansing every layer of your aura. See stagnant energy dissolve. Feel space open up. Notice your breath deepen. You don't need to be a mystic or healer to do this. You just need imagination and intention. Your energy listens when you speak in pictures. Another tool, sound. From ancient chants to crystal bowls, sound breaks up stuck frequencies. Ever scream into a pillow and feel lighter after? That's sound therapy in its rawest form. Even humming can reset your nervous system and clear the field around your throat chakra. You carry a symphony inside you. Use it to recalibrate your vibe. Movement is energy's favorite language. Not structured workouts, but intuitive motion. Stretching, swaying, shaking off tension. These aren't just physical releases, they're energetic resets. Your body knows where energy is trapped. Trust its impulses. Let your spine roll, your hips sway, your fingers open wide. You're not just moving, you're freeing your light. Nature is another master healer. Ever notice how your mind quiets near water or trees? That's not just relaxation, it's recalibration. The earth has its own frequency, Schumann resonance. And when you ground barefoot lying on grass touching a tree, you harmonize with it. It's like your field takes a deep, ancient exhale. There's a reason animals lie on the ground to rest and recover. They understand something we forget. Connection restores. We've built walls between ourselves and nature, but those walls also block energetic flow. Reconnecting with the earth isn't a luxury. It's medicine. The more you align with nature, the more natural your energy becomes. Your energy also responds to intention. When you speak aloud, journal, or meditate with clarity, your field begins to organize itself. Intention is like an energetic compass. When set, it directs your flow. Without it, you drift. With it, you move with purpose. Clarity in the unseen creates coherence in the seen. Now here's where it gets really interesting. When your field becomes clear and coherent, you begin to affect the space around you. Not subtly, profoundly. Plants grow better around loving energy. Water crystals shift under kind words. Rooms feel different after a heartfelt conversation. Your vibe truly does shift the tribe and the environment. This isn't about controlling others. It's about becoming such a strong, centered frequency that you influence through presence, not pressure. You walk into a space and bring peace without saying a word. You radiate calm, and others settle. You radiate joy, and people smile. You radiate truth, and masks fall away. That's energetic leadership. Let's pause here. What practice from today speaks to you the most? Maybe it's grounding in nature, maybe sound healing, maybe simple breath work. Drop your answer in the comments and inspire someone else who's just starting. Your experience could be the light someone needs. We read everything. Seriously, your words matter. And if you haven't yet, now's a great time to subscribe. Not for numbers, but for the community. This space is for people waking up to their inner energy and ready to live with intention. Hit that subscribe button and join the tribe. We're in this together. Every share, every comment, helps this light ripple further. Back to the field. It's never static. Just like your mood shifts with the day, your energy fluctuates with your choices. The beauty is you can influence those shifts consciously. Morning rituals, midday resets, evening reflections. These anchor points stabilize your field. You become less reactive, more responsive, less chaotic, more creative. And remember, no one is always aligned. That's a myth. Alignment is a dance, not a destination. Some days you glide, others you stumble. That's okay. The key is returning to breath, returning to body, returning to intention. Your power isn't in never falling, it's in knowing how to rise vibrationally. This also means forgiving yourself when you forget, when you spiral, when you numb, when you react. Compassion is one of the highest frequencies. Self-judgment lowers your field. Self-love restores it. Be gentle with yourself. Your energy responds not to your harshness, but to your kindness. That's where real alchemy begins. There are no shortcuts to this work, but there are doorways. Doorways in silence, in song, in stillness, in laughter. Each time you choose presence over distraction, alignment over autopilot, you're tuning your energy to a higher channel. One that broadcasts not fear, but possibility. Not resistance, but resonance. Because when your field is clear, your path clears with it. Synchronicities increase. Flow returns. Opportunities align. And the world begins to mirror the beauty you've uncovered within. That's not fantasy. It's frequency. And it's yours to tune starting now. There's a secret your body's been trying to tell you. Your breath is more than survival, it's strategy. Most people breathe shallow and fast, unaware that each inhale and exhale carries the potential to transform their energy state. Breath is voltage. It's how you charge your field, release tension, and reset your nervous system in real time. It's your built-in alchemist. The average person takes over 20,000 breaths a day. Yet how many are conscious? Your breath is the only function that bridges the voluntary and involuntary systems. That makes it a gateway. When you breathe with awareness, you step into the command center of your energy. You stop being reactive and start becoming deliberate. Different breathing patterns trigger different energetic outcomes. Fast, rhythmic breath can ignite energy. Slow, extended exhalations bring calm. Breath holds deep in presence. Just 3 minutes of intentional breathing can shift your frequency completely. And the best part? It's always available. You carry your healing tool everywhere you go. Let's try a simple one. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat that a few times. Notice the shift? That's not imagination. It's physiology and electromagnetism dancing together. You're regulating your field, your heart rhythm, and your mental clarity simultaneously. In ancient traditions, breath was sacred. In Sanskrit, prana means life force. In Chinese medicine, qi flows with breath. The sacred texts didn't treat breathing as automatic. They revered it as access to divinity. And now, modern science is catching up, linking deep breathing with improved immune response, brain function, and emotional regulation. But breath is more than a health hack. It's a portal. The space between inhale and exhale is a mystical threshold. In that still pause, awareness expands. Time stretches. Thought quiets. It's in those spaces that your energy field recalibrates most profoundly. Learning to rest in that stillness is a lost art, and a potent one. Breath also clears energetic debris. Just as wind clears dust from a windowsill, breath clears clutter from your field. The deeper and more intentional the breath, the more dust you remove. People often carry stale emotions like old air trapped in a forgotten room. Breath is the fresh wind that brings renewal. When you're stressed, your breath becomes shallow, your energy retracts, and your perception narrows. When you're relaxed, your breath deepens, your field expands, and intuition sharpens. That shift isn't coincidence. It's coherence. Your energy field and your physiology are in constant dialogue, and breath is their shared language. This is why breathwork has become a cornerstone in healing practices across the globe. From Wim Hof to yogic pranayama, people are waking up to its power. But don't be intimidated by techniques. What matters most is consistency. One conscious breath is better than 10 perfect ones done with pressure. Let it be gentle. And breath isn't just a solo practice. When done in groups, something magical happens, entrainment. That's when everyone's nervous systems and heart rhythms begin syncing. It's why group meditations, ceremonies, or even silent moments in community feel electric. Energy fields harmonize. Collective vibration rises. Healing magnifies. Your breath also carries your voice. When your breath is blocked, your voice is silenced. Not just physically, but energetically. Speaking your truth requires breath. It requires presence. That's why healing your breath often leads to reclaiming your voice. You stop shrinking. You stop whispering. You begin expressing with clarity and conviction. There's also a sacred rhythm to your breath that mirrors the tides, the moon, the seasons. Nature breathes too. Day and night, expansion and contraction, inhale and exhale. It's the universal pattern of creation. When you breathe with awareness, you realign with that cosmic rhythm. You remember you're not separate from nature. You are nature. So the next time life feels chaotic, don't just react, breathe. Close your eyes, return to your center, and let your breath guide you. That one act can change the trajectory of your entire day. It's your anchor, your shield, your soft sword of clarity cutting through confusion. Inhale light, exhale noise. Think of each breath as a reset button. No matter how tangled your thoughts, one deep breath can bring you back. No matter how far you drift, one exhale can return you home. That's the magic, the sacred simplicity, the ultimate reminder that healing is not always loud. Sometimes, it's as quiet as a single breath. And when you start weaving breathwork into your day, not just as a practice but as a lifestyle, you become different. You pause before reacting. You speak with intention. You listen with presence. You feel with depth. And others feel that shift too, even if they can't name it. Your energy speaks through your breath. Eventually, breath becomes more than a practice. It becomes prayer. Every inhale an offering. Every exhale a release. You start seeing life itself as a series of sacred breaths. And in that shift, something unlocks. Reverence. For yourself. For life. For the miracle of being alive right here, right now. And the beautiful paradox. The more consciously you breathe, the more freely you live. It doesn't trap you in technique. It liberates you into presence. You stop rushing through moments and start inhabiting them. You stop waiting for peace and start breathing it into existence. Moment by moment, breath by breath. So now I ask you, what's your relationship with your breath? Have you been holding it, shortening it, forgetting it? Or have you begun to reclaim it as the sacred rhythm it truly is? Let this question echo as you move through your day. You might find your answer in the space between breaths. What if you've been trying to fix your life with logic, when what you really needed was alignment? You've read the books, made the lists, visualized your dreams, but still felt stuck. That's not failure. That's feedback. Because your outer world won't shift until your inner world resonates. And that resonance starts with energy. Your energy field is the blueprint behind the scenes. It shapes how you walk into rooms, how people respond to you, how doors open or don't. It's why two people can do the exact same thing, yet one thrives while the other struggles. The difference isn't action. It's frequency. That subtle, invisible code that underlies everything. And the most beautiful truth? You can change your frequency, right here, right now, without needing more, doing more, or proving more, simply by becoming aware. Awareness is the ignition key. Once turned, your field begins recalibrating itself toward the version of you that already exists beyond fear, doubt, and limitation. You're not here to be fixed. You're here to be revealed, to remember the light you've always carried, to shed the weight that was never yours, to align not because you're broken, but because you're ready to live from your essence, not your patterns. This is not a path of improvement. It's a path of return. And that return begins in small moments, choosing silence over scrolling, choosing to pause before reacting, choosing breath over blame. These aren't just habits, they're declarations. Each choice reshapes your field, bit by bit, until one day you wake up and realize you're no longer fighting life. You're flowing with it. Let go of the myth that change has to be hard. Yes, it takes commitment. Yes, it asks for honesty. But it's not struggle, it's surrender. When you surrender to your natural frequency, life doesn't stop being challenging, but it becomes more meaningful. More fluid, more alive. You stop chasing alignment and start embodying it. Think of your field as a musical instrument. Tension throws it out of tune. Authenticity brings it back. When you stop trying to sound like someone else and simply play your own note, something magical happens. The universe responds. Opportunities harmonize. You're no longer echoing someone else's melody. You're composing your own. Energy doesn't lie. It reveals. Every interaction, every reaction, every pattern you repeat, it's all pointing you inward. Not to punish, but to liberate. The triggers, the cycles, the challenges, they're invitations, not obstacles. They're the universe whispering, look here, heal here, reclaim yourself here, listen closely. And as you start listening, your field starts clearing. You begin recognizing the difference between your truth and your trauma, between what's authentic and what's inherited. You see that your past shaped you but doesn't define you. That healing isn't forgetting. It's integrating. It's honoring the story without becoming the story. From that space of clarity, your vibration changes. And when your vibration changes, your choices change. Your relationships shift. Your body responds. Even your timeline rearranges. That's not fantasy. It's quantum alignment. The field responds to frequency. You are the broadcaster. What message are you sending? Your power was never in controlling life. It was in attuning to it. When you're attuned, life speaks more clearly. You stop forcing and start trusting. You stop fixing and start flowing. You begin noticing the synchronicities that were always there, waiting for your field to match their signal. Life becomes a dance, not a battle. And you don't have to do this alone. Imagine a community of souls, all waking up to their energetic truth, all walking this path not perfectly but consciously, sharing tools, holding space, celebrating shifts. That's what we're building here. a field of connection, remembrance, and evolution. And you're invited. So let's keep this ripple alive. Tell us in the comments, what part of this journey resonated the most with you? What insight are you carrying into your day? We'd love to hear your story. Your experience matters. It could unlock something for someone else watching this right now. Don't underestimate the power of your voice. And if this video spoke to you, really spoke to you, go ahead and subscribe. Not just to stay updated, but to stay connected. This channel is a lighthouse for those navigating unseen waters. When you subscribe, you're not just adding a number. You're joining a vibration, a movement of souls tuning back into their essence. We show up here to remind you, you are energy in motion, consciousness in form, and love in action. Your path is sacred, your presence is potent, and your field is more powerful than you've been taught to believe. Don't let that truth be a secret. Let it be a signal. Let it be your song. So take a breath right now, slow, deep, intentional. Feel it move through you. That's your frequency awakening. That's your energy saying yes. You've always had this within you. We're just here to help you remember, to remind you of the magic you carry, of the truth you already know but forgot how to trust. Let this not be the end, but a beginning, a return to your natural rhythm, a reconnection to your field, a homecoming to the part of you that never left, just went silent for a while. Now it's speaking, loud, clear, resonant. Listen, trust, flow. And before you go, if this content helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Like the video so we know it landed. And most of all, subscribe to keep this energy moving forward. You belong here. You're not alone in this. Let's walk this frequency together. Tell us in the comments, what did this video unlock for you? What's the one thing you'll carry into tomorrow? And if you feel called, share your story, your aha moment, your shift, your breath of truth. This is your space to be seen. We're listening. The field is listening. Let's grow together.